Hi there, and welcome to this video where I will test if the Kumo Breakout strategy can be profitable if you use it for automatic trading with the trading bot. I did 36 backtests over different time frames, pairs, longs and shorts and hyperoptimization, and I can tell you beforehand that on none of these tests I got losses. The backtests in this video are a follow-up on part 3 of the video series where I prepared the Ichimoku Kinku Hiu strategy into code using data science tools like Jupyter Notebooks, Python and more. After creating the notebook with sufficient code, I created the actual strategy code for use with the Freqtrade trading bot. And with that bot and some additional scripts I made, I can do many backtests over multiple asset pairs and time frames to test if a certain strategy indeed is profitable or not. And again, I'm using one of the strategies that is mentioned in this book called How to Make Money Trading the Ichimoku System by Mr. Sadakar. This time it will be the Kumo Breakout strategy, as you already have known from the title of this video. Let's dive right into the strategy and let's see what the entry and exit rules are. According to the book, the trading rules for this strategy are very simple to follow and are: for long positions, they are initiated when price breaks and closes above the Kumo cloud, and for short positions, they are initiated when the price breaks and closes below the Kumo. And to exit the trade, you can use the following exit rules. Exit the trade when you get stopped out as the price moves through the buffer area beyond the Kijun that acts like a trading stop loss. Or just close a position as price closes above or below the Kijun, depending on the kind of trade you are in. Also, the author suggests to take partial profits along the way, which is a little bit difficult with the Freqtrade trading bot. So in this case, we will again rely on the correct settings of the ROI take profit functionality. Let's see how this looks on the charts. Here on the daily chart of Bitcoin, you can see where the price breaks out of the Kumo cloud. For example, for longs they are roughly here, here, here and here. And for shorts they are here, here and here. And every time the price closes the Tenkan-sen in the short or long trades, the trade will be exited. And it's that simple. So as I said earlier, I coded this strategy into Freqtrade code to backtest and to see how high the probability is that this will be a profitable trading strategy. And you can see all of this in part 3 of my series on how to code your own trading bot strategy. Now before I continue with the actual backtest results, I have to give you some additional information on the backtest procedure I followed. I already told you this in another video, but if you did not watch that one, a small reminder here of the limitations I have. So if you are looking at the results that I will show you in a minute, then remember that you have to consider the following things. Firstly, I did backtests over different indicator settings, the default ones and the popular settings for crypto trading. And secondly, you have to know that there is a time range difference and a difference in the pairs tested due to lack of data on the Binance exchange for futures trading. And also third thing, you have to know that I have to compare this strategy with the strategies that I've tested earlier since the end of last year with another set time period. Because if I would test every strategy with the most actual data, then I honestly cannot compare a strategy that I tested during a bear market, like the one we are now, with one that I have tested in a raging bull market, roughly a year ago. I want to be as honest and realistic as possible, and while the intro screen looks a little bit clickbaity, I do not want to be as these other YouTube channels that promises 90% win rates with a certain strategy. Because I think that some of these statements in those videos are very unrealistic, to say it mildly, and I'm very skeptical about their usefulness when using other stock pairs, time frames, markets and more. And that's one of the reasons why I started this series. To show you that after considerable backtesting, a promising strategy can perform worse than advertised. And that's why I'm also such a strong advocate for automatic backtesting. You remove the human factor after determining a set of trading rules. And automatic backtesting can help you determine if your strategy is actually working or not. And if you appreciate this, then I humbly ask you to spread the word about my efforts so that this channel can reach a larger audience. Anyway, let's quit this rant and show you the results I got from all of these backtests I did. Let's start with the backtest results of the Ichimoku futures and see what the results are when you are longing and shorting with the Kumo Breakout. So, what can we tell from these backtest results? Well, first of all, that on each and every time frame this strategy is profitable on the chosen time period. Now we have to consider that this was also during a bull market. But if you have to consider that during this time period there were also bearish conditions, especially if you consider the lower time frames, then these bearish conditions can provide you with shorting possibilities here, so profits can be made in every market condition. The drawdowns range from percentages high in the 30s to low in the 70%, and I consider this as a factor that can be improved on if you improve the strategy with some additional indicators. Also, I'm not very impressed by the win rates, which are all around 30%, and that is slightly less than normal for a trend trading strategy like this Kumo Cloud Breakout. Remember that for futures I only could download futures data for 44 pairs, and the strategy is applicable to around 20 to 35% of these pairs. So you have to pick your pairs where this breakout strategy can work on. Nonetheless, on all time frames with these configured pairs and over the time period you see here, it produced only positive results. So, now let's see what the results are when we are trading under the same conditions, but only go long on spot trading. In the case of spot trading longs only over the same period and with the same pairs, you can almost guess what can happen. On each time frame, the strategy still provides profit, but not as much as with the possibility to also go short. Some time frames even have less than half of the percentage profits than with short trading, which in this case is a remarkable finding, I guess. Still, I do not like these drawdowns also, which are even higher than with shorting, and the win rates here are also not super impressive. The bot should have a pair of good winning trades to compensate for the lots of losing trades. This can also be a factor of choosing the right initial stop loss setting, but nonetheless something to consider here. But the applicability on the pairs is somewhat better than with futures trading with shorts, but again the win rates and profits are not that great. But again, no time frame with losses, and that was the premise of this video. Now, to have a honest comparison between this Kumo Cloud strategy and with all the earlier tested strategies in my total league, I also had to backtest over the 2017 to 2021 time period. And if I did this, then I got these results back. Now you cannot really compare these results with the earlier tests because of the difference in time frame, amount of tested pairs and trading type. However, also in this overview you can see that the Kumo Breakout strategy is profitable over all time frames. So I did not tell fairy tales when I stated that the Kumo Breakout only provides profits. And what is most remarkable is that the 5-minute time frame here on the original indicator settings have the highest profits with roughly the same similar drawdown, win rate and applicability as all the other backtest results. Now at this moment I cannot say for sure why this is the case and what causes this. And to really find out I have to dig in much more deeper and detailed into each pair and trades. But for time's sake I'm not going to do that, because I can see that this strategy score is not really better than the ones in the top 5 of my strategy league. So what I'm going to do here is to do a hyperopt session over the 5-minute time frame to see if I can optimize the ROI and stop loss settings, so that I can make this Kumo Breakout more effective for bot trading. Hyperopting this strategy on the 5-minute time frame took me about 3 days to complete, and I could not even do this on the complete backtest dataset, but only on a fractional part unfortunately. It also did not give me the results I hoped for, as you can see here. It has managed to increase the win rate in comparison to the draws and losses, but you have to consider here that you also have to take into account the trading fees. So every trade you make here, which does not provide profits, will cost you some money. Also, I tried to backtest over multiple periods to see if certain market conditions gave better performance, but none of that. The results you see here are the best the Hyperoptimization settings can do. So, therefore I will stick to my original settings and will enter the results from the 5-minute time frame into the overall strategy league next. So, now let us see where the strategy ends up into the total league. And that is on the 24th spot. Just like the other 5-minute swing high to sky strategy, its ability to make large profits is significant in comparison to the other lower classified strategies. However, its possibility for a large drawdown, together with the extreme high probability to get ruined, makes this a high risk strategy to use in my book. At the beginning of these tests, I thought that this indicator could provide long-term swing signals, which could be compared with the Keltner channel or Asimai RSI strategies. But I was proved wrong with these tests. Maybe this indicator can be used for long-term signaling purposes as an additional secondary indicator, but that was not the goal for this video. Nonetheless, again we are a little bit wiser and we can continue with other strategies to test for future videos. So with these findings I am at the end of this video. And if you like this video, then please click on the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. I love comments, so don't hesitate to leave one behind in the comment section below. And for now, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!